In what might be the biggest shakeup to Social Security in decades, millions of American retirees are about to see changes that could dramatically impact their monthly checks. Just days ago, former President Trump unveiled his comprehensive plan for Social Security reform, sending shockwaves through Washington and leaving financial experts scrambling to understand its implications. But here's what's really turning heads: unlike previous proposals that threaten to slash benefits, this new framework actually includes provisions for what could be the largest cost of living adjustment in modern history. And if you're wondering why nobody's talking about this yet, well, that's exactly what we need to discuss today, because there's a crucial detail that mainstream media seems to be missing entirely. Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to break down exactly what these changes mean for your retirement income, including a little-known provision that could boost some recipients' checks by as much as 27% starting next year. Before we dive deeper into these massive changes, take a quick second to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. This channel is dedicated to bringing you the latest updates on retirement benefits and financial news that directly impacts your wallet, and you won't want to miss our upcoming coverage of these developing changes. Now, let's get to the heart of what's happening. The proposed Social Security overhaul centers around three major changes that could reshape retirement for millions of Americans. First and most importantly, there's the unprecedented cost of living adjustment formula revision. Under the current system, COLAs are calculated using the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers, CPIW. But the new proposal suggests switching to something called the CPIE, or Consumer Price Index for the elderly, which typically runs higher than the standard CPIW because it better reflects the spending patterns of older Americans, especially when it comes to healthcare and housing costs. But here's where it gets really interesting, and this is something you probably haven't heard anywhere else. Hidden in the fine print of the proposal is a retroactive adjustment provision. This means that if the plan passes, beneficiaries could receive a one-time catch-up payment to make up for what they would have received if the CPIE had been used over the past 5 years. For some retirees, this could mean a lump sum payment of several $1,000s. You might be wondering why this is happening now, and that's a great question. The timing isn't random. With election season approaching and mounting pressure to address the Social Security Trust Fund's long-term solvency, both parties are scrambling to position themselves as champions of retirement security. But Trump's proposal has caught many off guard because it breaks from traditional conservative approaches to Social Security reform. Let me paint a picture of what this could mean for the average retiree. Take Maria, a hypothetical retired teacher receiving $1,800 per month in Social Security benefits. Under the current system, she might see her benefits increase by about 3% next year. But under the proposed changes, her increase could be closer to 5%, and that's before factoring in the potential retroactive adjustment. For Maria, this could mean an additional $36 per month plus a possible one-time payment of over $3,000. But there's more to this story than just bigger checks. The proposal also includes significant changes to the ways benefits are calculated for new retirees. Currently, your Social Security benefit is based on your highest 35 years of earnings. The new plan suggests modifying this calculation to use your highest 30 years instead. This might sound like a small change, but for people who took time out of the workforce to raise children or care for elderly parents, it could mean significantly higher monthly benefits. Now, I can already hear some of you asking, how are we going to pay for all this? It's a valid question, and the proposal addresses it through several revenue-generating measures. The most notable is an adjustment to the payroll tax cap, which currently stands at $160,200. The plan suggests gradually increasing this cap over the next decade, meaning higher income earners would contribute more to the system. Here's something that might surprise you. Initial analysis suggests these changes could actually extend the life of the Social Security Trust Fund by up to 25 years. How? By combining increased revenue from the payroll tax adjustments with more efficient program administration and targeted reforms to disability insurance programs. But let's talk about what this means for you right now. If you're currently receiving Social Security benefits, you don't need to do anything immediately. These changes, if approved, would be implemented gradually over the next few years. However, there are some steps you might want to consider taking to maximize your benefits under the new rules. One of the most intriguing aspects of the proposal is its treatment of earned income limits for recipients who haven't reached full retirement age. Currently, if you claim benefits early and continue working, you might see your benefits reduced if you earn too much. The new plan suggests raising these limits substantially, making it easier for early retirees to work part-time without penalty. Think about what this could mean for someone like Robert, who took early retirement at 62 but still wants to work part-time at his local hardware store. Under current rules, he has to carefully monitor his earnings to avoid benefit reductions. The new proposal would give him more flexibility to earn without worrying about losing his Social Security income. There's also a fascinating provision regarding survivors' benefits that hasn't received much attention. Currently, when one spouse passes away, the surviving spouse typically receives the larger of the two benefit amounts but loses the smaller one. The new proposal includes a graduated survivor benefit that would allow surviving spouses to keep a portion of both benefits under certain circumstances. But here's what really caught my attention: the proposal includes a new credit for caregiving. If you've spent time out of the workforce caring for children under 6 or elderly family members, you could receive earnings credits for those years when your Social Security benefit is calculated. This could be particularly significant for women, who are more likely to take on caregiving responsibilities. Now, let's address the elephant in the room: political feasibility. You might be wondering whether these changes have any chance of becoming reality. While it's true that major Social Security reforms typically face significant hurdles in Congress, several factors make this proposal different. For one thing, it has already garnered some bipartisan interest, with several moderate Democrats expressing cautious support for key provisions. The timing is also significant. With the Social Security Trust Fund facing potential shortfalls in the coming decades, there's growing pressure on both parties to find solutions. This proposal offers a framework that could appeal to both sides of the aisle, protecting and enhancing benefits while also addressing long-term funding concerns. Something else to consider is the role of state governments in this equation. Several states have already begun exploring ways to supplement Social Security benefits for their residents. The new proposal includes provisions that would make it easier for states to coordinate their programs with federal benefits, potentially creating even more opportunities for retirees to maximize their income. But here's what you really need to know: while these changes could be significant, they're not guaranteed. The proposal still needs to make its way through Congress, and we could see modifications along the way. That's why it's crucial to stay informed and engaged in the process. Your voice and your vote could help shape the final outcome. Let's talk about timing for a moment. If approved, most of these changes would begin phasing in starting in 2026, with full implementation by 2030. This gradual approach is designed to give both the Social Security Administration and beneficiaries time to adjust to the new rules. One aspect that particularly interests me is the proposal's treatment of inflation protection. Beyond the switch to the CPIE, there's a new floor provision that would ensure COLAs never fall below 2%, even in years of low inflation. This could provide crucial protection for retirees during economic downturns. The proposal also addresses something that's been a growing concern: the impact of digital currencies and the gig economy on Social Security funding. There are provisions to ensure that income earned through these newer economic channels is properly captured for both tax and benefit calculation purposes. But perhaps the most revolutionary aspect of the proposal is its approach to early retirement age. While it doesn't change the earliest age at which you can claim benefits, still 62, it introduces a new sliding scale that would reduce the penalty for early claiming based on factors like lifetime earnings and years in physically demanding occupations. As we wrap up this discussion, let's remember that Social Security isn't just a government program, it's a fundamental part of the American social contract, a promise we've made to ensure dignity and security in retirement. These proposed changes represent an attempt to strengthen that promise for current and future generations. The question now is, what do you think about these changes? Would they make a difference in your retirement planning? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your perspective on this important issue. And if you found this information helpful, please take a moment to like this video and share it with friends and family who might benefit from knowing about these potential changes. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more updates on retirement benefits and financial news that affects you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.